Hello, in this video, we continue to read the book, The Cashflow Quadrant by Robert Kiyosaki, the one who wrote the famous Rich Dad, Poor Dad book. And in this one, he's saying, know the difference between facts and opinions. This video, number 64. Please join me. Hello, welcome to Take a Step to a Better You. If you're returning, thank you very much. Appreciate you. And please make sure you like the video and then share it. Leave a comment. Leave a comment so that I know what you are thinking. I mean, that's the only way, by the way, that I know you watched it. If you don't leave a comment, I can't know. Those of you who are new, my name is Sherifa, Nakalema. I'm a business owner here in Virginia, USA. Welcome, welcome. Here, I show you the schedule to make it faster. I'm here Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I'm here daily. But Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I do, like right now, books, business tips through books. Maybe that could change in future, but I'm doing business tips through books for now. And it's Cashflow Quadrant right now. And then on Thursday, I like to drive around USA, Virginia, and show you around. I call them driving vlogs. Sometimes I interview someone interesting. That's free day. I call that Sherifa's free day. On Friday, live, we discuss anything I do here is intended to ask you to take a step to make your life better. Like recently, we discussed time management. I don't know when you're going to watch this, but previously, the last Friday, it was time management. So anything I talk about has to be leading to some kind of making our lives better. And then on Saturday, that one specifically, I made it for the money online people who are interested in that through affiliate marketing. I made it a special day, Saturday, live. It's a series. We go step by step. I share what I know and continue to learn. And then on Sunday is motivational day. I just been motivating on Sunday. What's your why? Knowing your why is very important. So, excuse me, if any of that sounds interesting or taking your life to the next step is interesting, please consider subscribing. And when you subscribe, you know it's free, the red button. When the bell comes up, please click on it so YouTube notifies you when I have anything new coming up. Now, this is the Cashflow Quadrant. And it's named the Cashflow Quadrant by the one who wrote it, Robert Kiyosaki. And he calls it the Cashflow Quadrant because he says, he learned this from his rich dad, if you know about the rich dad, poor dad story, that money comes to us from 4 quadrants. Either you're on the left, I'll show the image. If you're on the left and you are an employee, E stands for employee, S, self-employed or small business owner. On the right, you are a B, that means large business. We already went through all those definitions. Large business owner or investor, I. So he's explaining why, giving us the reasons why we need to cross from ES to B and I. We need to work our very best. That's why this is going on slowly. We are learning so many lessons. This is video number 64. Now, 63 was about taking on debt and risk. And if you want to watch 63, you have to go into, I have a playlist. I call this Financial Freedom, a playlist, but I pin it in the pinned comment. Also, end the screen when this video ends. You click on it, takes you to all of them, from number 1 up to the current one. Then in the description too, also in the description, you find this book is free, audio, free for 1 month. You can listen, just the audio. You have to give them your name though. Then they allow you to listen to it free, Amazon Audible. And then if you want the physical book, the link is in the below also, Amazon.com. That one you have to buy. Okay, announcements over. Now, we're going to read 63. For those of you, 64, sorry, 64. For those of you who have been following, I've been reducing the length of these videos to make sure they are like around 15 and under minutes. I don't know how long this is going to be, but I know it's going to be a little bit longer because there's a conversation going on between Robert Kiyosaki with his rich dad, and I thought of cutting it up on the same topic. I said, no, let's finish it. So it's about facts and opinions. I feel this is a very important lesson. So please hang on, let's read and finish it. I was thinking about making it part 1 and part 2, but then It was gonna be maybe 8 minutes or something. I said, let's finish it. By now, you know how it ended, how long it is. Now I don't know as I'm recording it. Okay, I'm going to read now. He says, the subheading, the importance of facts versus opinions. Robert is writing, Rich Dad continued his lesson. Remember, this is a continuation. So we finished the previous where they were discussing the taking on debt and risk. Now it's moving to another topic, but there is a conversation. So Rich Dad continued his lesson in quotes. If you want to be successful on the right side, which is the B and I that I just showed you, you've got to know the difference between facts and opinions. You can't blindly accept financial advice the way people on the left side do. The left, that the employees and the self-employed, the small business owners. You must know, when when he talks about the left side and he talks about people giving you their opinions, he's talking about people like financial advisors, accountants, those kind of people who are self-employed on the left. That's what he means when he calls the people on the left giving you advice. Those are the professionals he's talking about, the self-employed ones, and those professionals. You can't blindly accept financial advice the way people on the left side do, or the way people like the financially, like, should I call them illiterate or what? Those who don't know much, the way we take like opinions and think they're facts. Let's go. You'll see what he means. You must know the numbers. The numbers will tell you the facts. Your financial survival depends upon facts, not some friend or advisor's worthy opinions. When he talked about advisors, he's talking about those people on the left. I don't understand, Robert responded. What's the big deal about something being a fact or opinion? Is one better than the other? No, replied Rich Dad. Just know when something is a fact and when something is an opinion. Still puzzled, I stood there with a confused look on my face. And then Rich Dad asked him, because he looked confused. Robert looks confused. What is your family's home worth? Like, how much is your daddy's home worth? How much is it? He's asking Robert. And Robert says, oh, I know. That I replied quickly. My parents are thinking about selling. So they had a real estate agent come in and do an appraisal. They said the house was worth $36,000. That means my daddy's net worth increased by $16,000 because these are dollars. Because he only paid $20,000 for it 5 years ago. Did you hear what he just said? This is Robert responding to Rich Dad. This is important. I'm going to repeat it because you're going to see how opinions are mixed up with facts. So Rich Dad asked Robert, what's your family's home worth? Like, because Robert was still a young boy and the young man, they're talking about his father's house. How is it worth? How much is it worth? And then Robert is responding with all these figures. Oh, I know, I replied quickly. My parents are thinking about selling their house. So they had a real estate agent come in and do an appraisal. An appraisal is to determine the value of a property. So they said the house was worth $36,000. That means my daddy's net worth increased by $16,000 because he only paid $20,000 for it 5 years ago. So he had bought the house for $20,000. Now they're saying that $36,000. So according to all this, Robert is saying his dad is increased. He has more money in the house. So is the appraisal and your daddy's net worth a fact or an opinion? Now Rich Dad is asking him. I thought about it for a while and understood what he was getting at. Both are opinions, and they? Rich Dad nodded his head. Very good. Most people struggle financially because they spend their lives using opinions rather than facts when making financial decisions. Okay, now he's giving a list of opinions, and this is why I think this video is very important. You listen to this. Opinions such as, your house is an asset. The price of real estate always goes up. Blue chip stocks are your best investment. It takes money to make money. Stocks have always outperformed real estate. You should diversify your portfolio. You have to be dishonest to be rich. Investing is risky. Play it safe. All these is a list of the opinions that people take as facts. I sat there deep in thought because Rich Dad had listed all these opinions. Realized that most of what I had about money at home was really people's opinions, not facts. Okay, now Rich Dad is still asking him, is gold an asset? Asked Rich Dad, snapping me out of my daydream. Yes, of course, I replied. It's the only real money that has withstood the test of time. See? There I go again, smiled Rich Dad. All you are doing is repeating someone else's opinion about what's an asset rather than checking out the facts. Gold is only an asset, by my definition, if you buy it for less than you sell it for, Rich Dad said slowly. In other words, if you bought it for 100 and sold it for 200, then it was an asset. But if you bought it 1 ounce for 200 and you sold it for 100, then gold in this transaction was a liability. It is the actual financial numbers of the transaction that ultimately tell you the facts. In reality, the only thing that is an asset or liability is you, because only you can make decisions that make gold an asset or liability. That's why financial education is so important. I've seen so many people take a perfectly good business or piece of real estate and turn it into a financial nightmare. Many people do the same in their personal lives. They take hard-earned money and create a lifetime of financial liabilities. I was even more confused, a little hurt inside, and wanted to argue. Rich Dad was toying with my brain. Okay, then he continued. Rich Dad is continuing. Many a man has been suckered because he didn't know the facts. Every day I hear horror stories of someone who lost all their money because they thought an opinion was a fact. It's okay to use an opinion when making a financial decision, but you must know the difference. Millions of people have made life decisions based upon opinions handed down from generation to generation, and then they wonder why they struggle financially. What kind of opinions? I asked. Rich Dad chuckled to himself before he answered. Well, let me give you a few common ones we have all heard. Now, this is a long list, and I think it's an important list. You listen. I'm the one talking to you. Okay, said he's listing opinions. You should marry him. He'll make a good husband. Find a secure job and stay there all your life. Doctors make a lot of money. They have a big home. They must be rich. He has big muscles. He must be healthy. This is a nice car. It's only been driven by a little old lady. There's not enough money for everyone to be rich. The earth is flat. Humans will never fly. He is smarter than his sister. Bonds are safer than stocks. People who make mistakes are stupid. He will never sell for such a low price. He will never sell for such a low price. She will never go out with me. Investing is risky. I'll never be rich. I didn't go to college, so I'll never get ahead. You should diversify your investments. You should not diversify your investments. Oh, both of them? You should diversify your investments. You should not diversify your investments. Okay, he was speaking. He was giving a list of all these things. So Rich Dad went on and on until finally, who could tell I was tired of hearing his examples of opinion. Okay, I've had enough. What's your point? Now, Robert was telling him. And then Rich Dad responded, I thought you would never stop me. Rich Dad said, smiling. The point is that most people's lives are determined by their opinions rather than the facts. For a person's life to change, they first need to change their opinions and then start looking at the facts. If you read financial statements, you'll be able to see the facts of an individual's or a company's financial success rather than their opinions, yours or somebody else's. As I said, one is not better than the other, but to be successful in life, especially financially, you must know the difference. If you can't verify something as is a fact, then it's an opinion. Financial blindness occurs when a person can't read a financial statement, leaving them to rely on someone else's opinion. Financial insanity is caused when opinions are used as facts. If you want to be on the right side of the cash flow quadrant, remember, B and I, you must know the difference between facts and opinion. Few lessons are more important than this one. I sat there listening quietly, Robert is writing, doing my best to understand what he was saying. It was obviously a simple concept, yet it was larger than my brain could accept at that moment. Do you know what due diligence is? He's continuing. That's where I thought about stopping. I thought maybe we can finish because he went into another topic, but it's really connected. So I decided to continue. It's not too much left. Do you know what due diligence is? Rich Dad asked. I shook my head. Due diligence simply means doing your homework, finding out which statements are opinions and which are facts. When it comes to money, most people are either lazy or searching for shortcuts. So they don't do enough due diligence. And there are still others who are so afraid of making mistakes that all they do is due diligence and then do nothing. Too much due diligence is so-called analysis paralysis. The point is that you must know how to sift through facts and opinions and then make your decision. As I said, most people are in financial trouble today simply because they've taken too many shortcuts and are making their life's financial decision based upon opinions. Often the opinions of an E or an S. Remember those people, when he talks about the E and S, like I said, the accountants and the financial advisors, but those self-employed people on the left giving you opinions and not the facts. He's against that. He told us a long time ago in this series. If you want to be a B or I, you must be keenly aware of this difference. Okay, now I'm reading the ending long paragraph. I didn't fully appreciate Rich Daddy's lesson that day, yet few lessons have served me better than that one. Years later, in early 1990s, Rich Dad watched the stock market climb out of sight. His only comment was, that's what happens when highly paid employees or self-employed people with big paychecks, paying excessive amounts in taxes, greatly in debt, and with only paper assets in their portfolio begin handing out investment advice. Millions are about to get hurt following their opinions of people who think they know the facts. Warren Buffett, America's greatest investor, once said, if you are in a poker game and after 20 minutes you don't know who the patsy is, then you are the patsy. I'm not sure. I think you know better. I don't know about the poker game. So, this is the ending of this. Let me read it again. That Warren Buffett, I'm assuming you know who Warren Buffett is, right? America's greatest investor once said, if you are in a poker game and after 20 minutes you don't know who the patsy is, then you are the patsy. I don't know. I think you understand why he's saying that. So that's the end of 64 reading. In 65, he's going to tell us why people struggle financially, and it will be the end of part 1 of this book. That will be video number 65. Now, my takeaway for this one, I would really need to be educated to know the difference between facts and opinions, because many of those things he was saying, you've had them, right? You've had them before, especially those to do with your life. That just because people are in a big home, it means they are rich. Maybe they are not. You don't know. They could be in big debts. Remember, we covered all these topics here. So what do you think? Leave a comment. I don't want to talk too much after this because I know it has the potential to be longer than the previous one that I've been doing. I make the short one shorter, the next one shorter, so that we balance it out. Leave a comment for me. What do you think? What opinion did he say here that made you say, "Wow, I thought that was a fact," and it's not? Leave a comment for me. Please like the video. Please share the video. Like I always end them, I say, take very good care of yourself. Take very good care of your families. Take very good care of your health. Take a step to a better you. Bye-bye.